Hey there. Welcome to another episode of Heart and Hustle, Visionary Healers, Movers, and Shakers. I am your host, Paulette Rees-Denis, here to bring you magic makers from around the globe, people who are creating change, who have small businesses, large businesses, hobbies, but they are creating the life of their dreams. And that, my friends, is what living is all about. Welcome to another episode, a special episode of these beautiful Heart and Hustle interviews. Heart and Hustle, Visionary Healers, Movers, and Shakers with me, Paulette Rees-Denis. I am your hostess, your tribal hostess, your magic maker, your movement motivator, and also the head of Global Caravan International Dance Company. And you've been seeing some interviews this past week or two with some of our master teachers and leaders. Bringing to you information about dance, about their tribes in different parts of the world, which is really super cool. Also talking about our upcoming virtual festival called The Gathering. It's a 3-day event. Most of you have probably heard about this by now. 3-day event virtually, which is super cool, with all the dancers and teachers from around the world. And today we get to talk to Akasha May from Idaho. So not only do we have them in Australia and New Zealand, but we do have master teachers here in the United States.
Yes, a little bit closer to you anyway, I mean, right now.
Yeah, I know. Anyway, hi, welcome.
Hi.
I'm so glad you're here, taking time out of your super full and busy schedule to have a little chat with me. So you are one of the newest members of Global Caravan Dance Company International. And a new master teacher.
Yeah.
Congratulations on that.
Thank you. Super exciting.
Very cool. And so talk to me a little bit about your dance journey. How did you get here?
Okay. Right. I know. How do I make it not a novel? Well, I have a funny story for how belly dance started in general, because I was at my grandfather's 75th birthday party in Ohio when I was like 7 or 8, and they had a belly dancer come in, right? And I literally remember thinking these words: "Oh my gosh, she's better than a Disney princess." I was like, she's gorgeous, she's having fun, everyone else is having fun. I'm gonna do that someday. So that was
now.
Yeah, that was logged away in there. And I did a lot of Renaissance events with my mom, like junior high, high school, and beyond. So I met belly dancers there. And then I took dance in Boise for about 5 or 6 years from several different teachers here, belly dance. And then I knew about tribal. I heard about it. I saw it here and there. There were workshops occasionally, but there was no tribal here in the Valley at the time at all. So I went online and I searched and I watched videos and videos and videos, and I found you. At the time, it was a little harder, but I searched.
I know, right?
There's something else. I haven't found it yet. And then I found the tribal movements along with the goddess energy and the sisterhood and all of that, and that's what I was looking for. So then I went and trained with you in Portland for your studio, and then also your old hometown in 2011. So
my little farm.
Yes, it was awesome.
Yeah. Oh my God.
And your shop. I love your shop.
Era. Okay.
And so yeah, I've been teaching since then, and training in person and online. And I was especially grateful that you started doing some of the higher levels online since COVID, because we were just cut off for so long. So I've been able to get through collective solo and teacher training all the way up to 4. And then we just did master training. So I'm doing that. And then I have had this studio, this particular building, this studio for like 5+ years now. I mean, I've been teaching since 2011, but we just love this space. It's actually about to go through a full renovation, and I have like 4 or more classes every week and constant performances. So it's a little busy, but
these days
I know it's built up though. Like, it's exciting because it was slow at first, and then there was kind of a snowball effect, but it's really exciting because we're really finally almost full of paid gigs. So how rare is that for dance, for belly dance? So it's pretty exciting.
It's really important.
Yes.
It's exciting, but it's also very important.
Yeah.
Important. I'm always telling all you teachers that you have to get paid for what you have studied for all of your life.
Yeah. Yeah, we're too nice sometimes.
Yeah, yeah. So, so that's great. So, what are you bringing to the gathering?
Well, as you know, one of the three new master teachers, which I was so excited to study with them too in the spring. We didn't want to dive in too crazy, right? You know, get in some core, some basics. I feel like I have really strong roots and strong foundation and strength and isolation, which you've mentioned a few specific moves that you've always really liked that I do, and sometimes even shared it when we've been in other trainings and such. So some of the ones we're focused on is Maya in particular, the Mayas, and getting that full Maya, the full
Oh,
shape. I know, I'm so excited.
so good.
It's really juicy. It's a lot. So it's like, make sure you stretch. I mentioned that a couple times. Stretch and get your muscles warmed up, because I really go into the structure of it and which muscles should work where and where your weight balance should be and all of those things. If you're missing some of those details, it's a lot harder to get the full shape. So we work on all of those.
Exciting. And what I love about this is that, I mean, it's really one of the first moves we learn in belly dance
Yeah.
class. And I see a lot of advanced dancers not completing the move.
Mm-hmm.
Right? They're doing like the top half of the Mayas.
Yes.
And that beautiful circular movement is just so, it's just so yummy.
Mm-hmm.
It's so yummy.
Yes.
And all the
Mayas and Taksim.
yeah. And
They've
you're
always
so
been.
good. You're
Thank
so
you.
guys, if you don't know Akasha yet, she's really good at well, showing the isolation in her own body. She's so good at articulating the move. And she's also good at talking, teaching about the move. And so it's really important. So this review is necessary for all dancers. You know, you think you know it all, or you think you've done it for years, that you don't need to review anything. But when the advanced teachers and advanced dancers take beginning classes, they're like, oh my God, that was hard.
Yeah. Right.
So, yeah.
I think we could, I mean, one of my big mottos is we can always get better at basics. And I know that sounds cliche, but I really do say that all the time. And I basically expect my more advanced dancers, especially my professional dancers that perform with me all the time, I don't necessarily have them take every beginning class all the time, but they need to continue to check in. And most of them just are anyway, because their class is right beforehand and then they stay and then they can help demonstrate. But I do have all of my students take at least the level below the one they're working on currently, like as part of their, just to continue digging in. Because we're excited about the new moves that we learn when we're going on, and then some of the other details get, thrown by the wayside sometimes. So got to dig back in.
And so you're going through several different kinds of reviews. Anything else?
Yeah, the Arabic walk family, some of those movements. Also digging into the details and where the emphasis is, and the muscles and the back and in the core and your diaphragm and all of these things to get a really good diagonal slide, and the good feet for the good balance so that you can really get into Arabic 2 and Arabic 3. Without that, they're much harder, and it's much harder to get a really great circle in there. And so, yeah, being really solid again with that weight shift and balance and strength and where to support, and trying to get all of the muscle details. Nice. With, like, we don't want to lose the top because that's motion, but we want to get the rest of it because it's so beautiful. And you really have to focus on both and where it's coming from and where to support it so you can get it all in there. So we're working on Arabic walk and Arabic 2 and 3 and 5.
Nice. One of my favorites.
And then some turkey shimmies, because I love to shimmy all day, every day.
All day, shimmy all day, every day. That could be a bumper sticker. I love it.
So really getting that full shimmy on Turkish shimmy, not losing that because you're moving or doing turns and doing different things with it, but just digging in and drilling and feeling how to, bringing that nice shimmy up.
So much of that is about body awareness and muscle groups and body awareness, and really where the move is still situated in your body. Because we do forget that, or sometimes we've never learned it exactly the same way.
Right.
And, and the thing is to remember is that you'll hear variations on these steps. because this dance is a living breathing art form, and everybody has a little different way of explaining things. And that's the other thing that I love about this, is that I may say it and then Akasha says it and then you'll understand it. Or Akasha says it and you're like, no, I don't get it. And then someone else will say something and you're like, oh, bingo.
Yep.
Now I get it. Because it just takes a while for it to process. But I think that's just so juicy. And those moves are so juicy.
Right.
And they are the foundation. They are the roots. But
yes. I was gonna say, I think one of the reasons that happens sometimes with Turkish, and probably even Maya as well, because Maya and talk seem to really get them deep and juicy, like you said. Sometimes you're working on that into beginning level 2 anyway, and then that's where Turkish shimmy comes in. And I think even if you learn it really well in the beginning, we're so excited about the other moves, like I mentioned, but also you're really starting to learn to lead. And there's so much going on in our head that sometimes we'll pick the movements, we'll hear it, we'll get it in, but then we don't spend enough time really digging into it because we've like, oh my gosh, what formation, who's leading, what am I doing? I don't know.
A lot.
So
there's a lot of layers.
The brain just takes over and we got to get back into that body a little more.
So what do you do for yourself?
In dance in general?
Well, I always love talking about self-care. So Akasha has some children and she's full on crazy, busy, wonderful, loving life. And how do you take care of yourself?
Recently I've just been feeling this really strong urge to get into some really hot water. I don't know, that's been really calling to me lately. So I'm trying to plan some hot springs and things, but it's hard to get those in sometimes. So even just a really nice bath or hot shower. I journal sometimes. Sometimes I go through fits where I do it quite a bit and then I don't for a while. A lot of times just taking some quiet time for myself. Even if I'm not doing anything important, even if I just finally get to have some quiet and veg time. I know now the more chaotic my life gets, the more I need to carve that out.
Yes.
And then for dance too, because we, like you said, we've been performing so much, and I have some really up and coming intermediate students, which is super exciting. Hopefully they see this. Shout out to them. And so we've just been really working hard on a lot of really great things, and I haven't had as much time to work on my own dance, which this is all my dance. But so one of the things that I do that actually brings me a lot of joy sometimes is if a song just hits me and I just really want to dance to it, if I can find the time, especially that same day, I'll just go carve it out and I'll just like make up a choreography, whether I write it down or I don't. And I just really find some time to just dance and like geek out to something. And that really helps me too.
And that's finding the joy in your dance.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Making sure I don't lose that, because then you just get stuck in all the steps and all the questions. And I'm like, I just need to dance right now. Right. I can't get my husband to take me out dancing. So I'm like, I'm just going to go dance myself.
There you go. I went country line dancing the other night. It was really fun.
Awesome.
It's really fun. I haven't done that in years either. But I think that brings up a really good point. And it's really, all of this is still about the joy of the dance, right? It doesn't have to be performance. And I think that's where some people get really stuck, is that they think they need to be on stage. And I even have had people say to me, no, I don't want to take a belly dance class because I don't want to perform.
Right.
Well, these classes aren't about that.
Right. They're about it's so much more.
Fine-tuning the moves and feeling the moves in your body and feeling the moves in the music and enjoying that personal space, but also then the connection with others, right? Where there's that joy and that magic in tribal, which is about connection and community. It's
really interesting to always see. I mean, we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it at the beginning and people are like, oh, sure. Yeah. Okay. And then we talk about it a couple of weeks later, but you can kind of see when it really dawns on people sometimes, although some people come in right away that's what they're looking for. But oh, this is more than just a step class. This is like, yeah, like I need this to get away from life, from work, from whatever. I've made 10 new friends that are amazing, and we can connect with each other and support each other. And just being in that circle of women, which we don't get a chance to do enough in our society, like it's just so magical. You don't ever have to perform. And that's what's so wonderful about group improv. And this format is the class itself is the reward in itself anyway. It's beautiful. It's wonderful. It's fun. Just the camaraderie is so phenomenal. And you can have different focuses, different goals, and even different time and practice ability, because you could just move on when you move on and you keep learning more things. And if you're having fun and rocking out where you are and you're happy, that's awesome. Just whatever you want to get out of it.
Yeah. Yeah. And like you said, when you hear a song that just moves you, just break it out, babes, you know. Oh, that's so good. All right. Well, I hope you all can join us in the gathering. And if you haven't met Akasha, you have now, and then you'll get to see her workshops, as well as, I don't know, 12 or more other workshops, live chats, daily live chats from around the globe in different time zones, which will be also recorded. All of those recordings are for you to keep forever, but you have to download them in the first week following the event. And, you know, it's for everybody. It's not, even though we're focused on global caravan style, I think any dancer, any belly dancer, any other style of dancer is going to get good stuff out of this, because it's really about how to move your body and how to feel in your body and where to move in your body, and, you know, all the different things, and using props. We're going to use props, and it's just so awesome. And to be able to connect with each other, even though it's virtual.
Yeah, those live chats are wonderful. They're really, you get so much out of it. You could just feel that connection. They were wonderful last year.
Yeah, yeah. So, Akasha, thanks for being here.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. It's so exciting.
Thanks for everything you bring to the dance. I can't wait for your workshops. And everybody else, we'll see you in just a few weeks in the live chats or wherever we meet. All right, we are signing off. I'm Paulette Rees-Denis. This is Heart and Hustle with Akasha May. And we'll see you in a couple of days too, with some more special episodes with these master teachers and more dance talk. All right.
Bye. Thank you.
Love you, everybody.